Welcome to another video from Travelicious 360. This time we will discuss the most amazing cities to visit in Europe. Europe is one of the best places to see as many different cultures as possible. Europe is home to some of the world's most diverse and beautiful cities. Every country and every city offers something very special. Europe's capitals are some of the most fascinating places to visit in the world. Here's a look at 10 of the most beautiful cities to visit for a trip in Europe. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe on our channel for all kinds of great travel destinations. Let's begin. The first city on our list is Paris. Paris is one of the most visited cities in the world. The capital of France has a huge attraction for international and French visitors. Paris's reputation as a city of love contributes significantly to this, as does the rich history and the many sights that the city has. Whether you like art, sports, shopping, culture or going out, there is always something to do in Paris. Paris has been called the city of light, the city of love, the city of fashion or the city of modern art. What do we think is typical Paris? Of course, the impressive symbol of the city, the Eiffel Tower. Paris also has a lot of cultural attractions, such as the Louvre, Notre Dame and many more beautiful buildings. You can easily spend a whole week here without getting bored. Next on our list is Prague. The history of the Czech Republic is beautifully visible in the Czech capital Prague. The historic part of the city is so well preserved that you can see buildings and style elements from all over the centuries in the streets. Prague attracts millions of tourists every year, who are mainly attracted by the romance of the old town. The fact is that the beauty of Prague is undeniable, and you should see Prague at least once in your life. Prague owes its reputation largely to the many sights that the city has and the romantic atmosphere of the historic city center. Add to that the fact that Prague is a relatively cheap city, then you already have many reasons to choose this beautiful capital of the Czech Republic if you are looking for a nice holiday destination. If you want to visit Prague, you certainly need several days to get a good impression of the city. Especially if you also want to visit some of the many museums and maybe plan a boat trip on the Vltava, then you definitely need your time. As far as we are concerned, one thing is almost certain, and that is that you will have a great time in the Golden City. The next great city on our list, Rome. The Italian city of Rome is one of the most visited cities in the world. This is partly due to the many historical sites that the city has. In the heart of Rome you can still visit parts that date back to the time when Rome was the capital of the great Roman Empire. Every day tens of thousands of visitors arrive in Rome to see where part of the roots of our contemporary civilization can be found. For example, a visit to the Colosseum should not be missed during your visit. The Colosseum is one of the most important remains of the Roman Empire. The structure was built in the 1st century AD and is a beautiful piece of architecture. Rome is extra special for religious people, because you will find Vatican City in addition to hundreds of beautiful churches. This mini-state is the heart of the Catholic Church. The Basilica di San Pietro is one of the most important churches in the world. Rome has so much more to offer. Definitely well worth a visit. Okay, on to the next. Vienna. Vienna is the capital of Austria. Besides being the capital, Vienna is by far the most important city in the country in many other respects. In terms of culture, science, history and entertainment, Vienna fulfills Austria's most important roles. It is no coincidence that the city has now grown into a metropolis of almost 2 million inhabitants. In addition, Vienna also plays an important role in tourism. On an annual basis, about 6 million tourists come here. Although Vienna has always been a popular city to visit, Vienna has now grown into a bustling metropolis where the classic sights are interspersed with fun hip elements and an agenda packed with fun events that many other cities can envy. A visit to Vienna will never lead to boredom. There is a lot to see and do in the city. In addition to the many sights, attractions and monuments that the city has to offer, you can also enjoy all kinds of events and festivals, especially in the summer months, which are mainly organized in the open air. In addition, Vienna also has a large number of museums that can keep you busy for days. Another beautiful city in Europe is Budapest. Budapest is the capital of Hungary. With over 4 million visitors per year, Budapest is by far the most important tourist destination in Hungary. It can compete with Amsterdam, Los Angeles and Moscow in terms of visits. Budapest even attracts more visitors than Prague, Berlin, and Vienna. The appearance of Budapest is determined by a number of factors. The most important is the Danube. This river ensures that you have a beautiful panoramic image from several places in the city. Budapest has a number of attractive museums, which will appeal to art and history enthusiasts. In terms of culture, Budapest has the State Opera, a lively nightlife, various theaters and, especially in the summer months, a number of events that are worthwhile. Shopping enthusiasts can go wild in shopping streets such as Váci utca and Fashion Street, and those who love good food can enjoy both Hungarian cuisine and a large number of international cuisines in Budapest. For spa lovers, Budapest has arguably the best bathhouses in Europe. Next on the list is a popular destination in Europe, Amsterdam. Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands. Amsterdam is one of the few cities in the Netherlands that really lends itself well to a multi-day city trip. With its impressive museums and many other sites, a weekend will not be enough to discover all of Amsterdam. It is a city where there is always something going on, be it a concert, a festival or any other event. In Amsterdam you never have to be bored. Tourists from the Netherlands and abroad largely determine the cityscape of Amsterdam. Especially at the more famous sites, it is often very busy with tourists. The Anne Frank House and the Rijksmuseum are the best examples of this. Throughout the city you can always find groups photographing themselves, each other or others at a well-known building, a landmark or just at a random canal. These tourists ensure that Amsterdam has a certain vibe. On to the next popular city, London. Metropolis London is the capital of England and the United Kingdom. When it comes to global cities, London is one of the best examples of what a truly global city is. This metropolis owes its popularity to the idiosyncrasy of the country that can be found deep in London's roots. The British attach great importance to their own culture and character. In terms of the number of countries and overseas territories, the United Kingdom is one of the largest kingdoms in the world, which automatically places London among the most powerful capitals in the world. If you wonder why you should travel to London, we can give you several reasons. First of all, London is simply different. Driving on the left on the street and the typical icons such as the red double-decker buses, the black London taxis and the many pubs give London a streetscape that makes you immediately recognize the city in photos and videos. Just the feeling of walking in such a distinctive setting is already a reason to travel to London. In addition to the many sights that you see in London, the city also has a very lively nightlife, many opportunities for shopping, and you can eat almost everything in the culinary field that can be found in Europe and many other countries. Another absolutely must-see city in Europe is Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain. The city, centrally located on the Iberian Peninsula, is one of the largest cities in Europe. Because of its historical character, the many cultural events and the very pleasant atmosphere, Madrid is one of the top destinations in Spain. Anyone who has visited Madrid once will undoubtedly lose his or her heart to this royal city. Madrid is a nice city in many ways. Although we are talking about the capital of Spain, the center feels a lot more intimate than average large cities. The different characters of neighborhoods in Madrid make for a pleasant stay. There is always something new to discover. You will end up on an even more beautiful square, or you will find just that one nice shop. So are the museums in which the cultural heart of the city is reflected. Various topics are covered in detail. Spain's capital is a lively city where history buffs enjoy the many museums and art galleries, while foodies delight in the fantastic food. Shopaholics can enjoy the city's numerous boutiques, and partygoers can enjoy Madrid's vibrant nightlife. Whatever your interests, Madrid has it. Next on the list, Athens. Athens is the capital of Greece. It is one of the most important cities of Greek antiquity. Special was that the first democracy arose in Athens. The city takes its name from the Greek goddess Pallas Athene, who was once the patron saint of the city. The pinnacle of Greek history, of course, lies in antiquity. This is therefore everywhere in Athens. The Acropolis as a symbol for the city is of course the most famous example of this. Athens is an increasingly popular city break destination in the south of Europe. The many sights and the fact that a city trip in Athens is relatively cheap make the city the new hotspot of Europe. Highlights during a city trip to Athens are the Acropolis Museum, the Plaka district, the Acropolis and the changing of the guard in front of the Parliament building. The shopping center of Athens is quite extensive, so you can shop endlessly. One of the best views of the city is from the Acropolis Hill. The last city on our list, Stockholm. Stockholm is the capital of Sweden. The Swedish capital has a large number of sites and there is always something to do. The city is built on 14 islands and each island has its own atmosphere and attractions. As a result, there really is more than enough to see and do during your city trip. An absolute must in Stockholm: get on a bike. Thanks to the many bridges and the ferries that you can simply take your bike on, cycling is the perfect way to island hop in Stockholm. Gamla stan is one of the most beautiful places to visit in Stockholm. The name of this district literally means old city, and that is what it is. Although it is not the oldest district, it is the old center of the Swedish city. The district is a succession of small medieval streets with colorful houses, special sights and impressive squares. It is only one of the 14 islands that make up the city. One of the most famous sites in Gamla stan and in all of Stockholm is the Royal Palace. Although they no longer live here, it is the official palace of the Swedish royal family. We have already reached the end of this video. Before you start packing your bags to head off to your city trip, please like and share this video and make sure you subscribe on our channel with all notifications on, so you don't miss any other travel video. Thanks for watching.